Shalom, God's Hammer. How you doing? Please like the video. Good to see you on here. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Yeah, I that one came up at 1. I actually shot it. I did the video, put the video together yesterday, but I uploaded it overnight and then set it for 1 p.m. today. So, hello, Ogunara. How's London? Hello, Victor. How you doing? Good to see you on here. God's Hammer. Watch the Wiki Cat. What do you think about it? When you watch it, let me know. Please like the video. Wiki Cat is a meme coin, but it is going to have a lot of utility. People have to understand that cryptos are going to, there are some cryptos that will rise in a regional area, but that will go global. And I think WikiCat is one of those. They have a very good ecosystem, and it's mainly for educational purposes, but it will get some traction. Hello, Sharon Kubonia. How are you doing? Please let me know where you guys are all from. Yeah, there's been prophecies about it, but I always that I hear the prophecy, I do the research. Because prophecy, God will never tell us things and not give us more information, right? Again, he won't give you everything. Hey Tommy, how you doing, brother? God bless you. Right. He's gonna give you something. I think that if you have $300, $400, $100, you want to try WikiCat, $100 will get you about maybe 5 billion, 6 billion tokens. I don't know right now. Major S, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, ma'am. All respect to you. All respect. WikiCat has 500,000 liquidity. Ogunara Films. So, is that good or bad? I just want to hear your perspective. Ogunara, is that good or bad? Hey, Sharon Kubonia. Yes, thank you so much. How is Zimbabwe? Maybe I'll visit Zimbabwe one of these days. A beloved country. $11 million market cap. Yeah. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added unto you. Thank you, Sarah 316. How you doing? Victor, I know. I think I've talked to you before, Victor. I'm glad you're joining us from Nigeria. I think it should be about 8 p.m. there or so. 8:30. You're, you're doing a great job educating the community. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Inspirational Health. I'm doing my best. We all know, some of us know very little, but that little is important. Yeah, not bad, right? Ogunara, do you have a concern? Have you read their white paper? I want you to read WikiCat's white paper, okay? Before you say it's a bad coin, this and that. I'll do a live on WikiCat this week. And the reason why is because I believe that the Lord showed me that coin. A friend of mine, Pastor Keith Eaton, called me from New York and said we should pray for Sarmapi. He doesn't mind me saying this. And if you are a believer, please pray for Sarmapi. And I have my reasons for saying so. I'm not going to say everything on here. The guy is under a lot of pressure. I don't think he or anyone around him knows the kind of pressure. The work that God has given to him is like the work of Moses. He's an apostle. Sarmapi is an apostle. It's a marketplace apostle. It's to bring a lot of people out of poverty. And what he's going to do, if Jesus has not returned for 100 years, the world will be talking about Sarmapi. So we need to pray for the protection of his mind, protect him from pride, protect him from mistakes, protect him from error, and from evil people, because some people are just there to destroy somebody else. Protect him from the governments of this world. Protect him from the warlocks that are fighting him from outside Africa, because the African battle has been put to a standstill. That's why WikiCat is rising. But they've transferred the file out of Africa. Come and learn. What are you talking about? Come and learn. Ogunara Films, another thing that is important for you to know, the ownership of Wiki Cat was renounced by Samapi from the beginning. What the guy has done, they sat down to look at all the others. I believe they look at Shiba Inu, they looked at Pepe, they look at some of the other coins, and they decided to improve on the errors of those particular projects. So they have a very good project and it will shock the world. That's my personal belief. I think it will drop about 3 zeros. Just my opinion, before it goes on to 1 cent. But it will first of all drop 3 zeros. So some people are going to see themselves. Some people have invested $100 in WikiCat 2 years ago. They are going to see how much they've not sold. They are going to be shocked what kind of returns they are going to get. And you know, in Nigeria, if you get $100,000, for some people, that's life changing. In Naira, when you convert it. Ogunaira Films, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Come and learn. Bitcoin will go up, yes, definitely. But Bitcoin's era, the crypto market will be divided into two: the ISO 222 coins and the Bitcoin-led coins, the altcoins that will follow Bitcoin. That's just what's going to happen. Wow, Sharon, thank you so much for learning. Nobody's deceiving himself here. There are some coins that will go up even if Bitcoin doesn't go up, and I'll tell you why. Utility will change the Bitcoin. Bitcoin cycle will not change, but utility will change everything. Once Bitcoin has to go up, definitely. You are correct. But I just want you to understand that as crypto continues to take over the space, the economic space, in the banking and finance and value exchange industry, some coins are going to rule and they will not follow Bitcoin anymore. They will decouple. So go and study decoupling. I agree, Ogunnaira. I thank you for that. So you got a market cap of 11 million, and then you got. But if go and read the white paper, and you'll be amazed. I really really like the work that they've done. I'm proud of them. I'm really proud of them, and it is. I believe that is one of God's ways of lifting up many poor people in Africa. When I say poor, these people would not have been poor if not for the way the economy is, and the value of their money to the dollar is terrible. So, but with a coin like WikiCat, people are going to be shocked. What's funny, Victor? No, it's good. That's what I said. I'm agreeing with you. Agreeing with me. It's good money. $100,000. It's a lot of money. For some people, it's not. Please like the video. Yes, there's 9 of you in here. Like the video. Yes, Sharon Kubonia, I like your visions and dreams. I always say, when people say prophecy, dreams, visions, even when I have a dream and vision, I research. I do my research because you must speak not only from a visionary context, but also from a practical context. Jesus knew everything about heaven, but he used parables, simple things to explain to people. Come and learn. Please, can you just explain yourself? If you're not explaining and you're just talking and just, this is not good, that is good, this is June, July, we'll explain everything. I will just, I won't respond to you anymore. It's good to clarify your positions. Don't just make a bland statements without any clarification. You must come and become Yes, please come and learn. Explain. I want to learn from you. Thank you for explaining. Thank you, guys. Please, there's only 5 likes for the video. One of the ways you can support this channel is to like the lives. So go ahead and let me and like the live. Do you know Ogunara Films? Africa is leading. Africa, Brazil, African countries in Africa, Brazil, South America, the Philippines. They are leading North America and Europe in the use of crypto, particularly Africa. It's a spiritual pressure. It's not just ordinary. I believe he knows. And that's why the Lord is calling people from outside Africa to pray for him. Because every apostolic and prophetic community have territories, and their responsibilities over a territory. Just like the governor of Texas cannot go to New York and have authority there. The authority of the governor of Texas is Texas. So the principalities operating in a particular region, they have to listen to the principalities operating over a certain region. So while you can stave them off and limit their action, the actual authority over that environment is given to a certain group of prophetic people. This is why in if you look at First Kings, thank you so much for the super chat. Please feel free to give me super chats. I like them. So if you look at in First Kings, is it First Kings? When yes, First Kings chapter 1, chapter 2, when Elijah was supposed to be taken up, they started their journey from Gilgal. From Gilgal, they went to different places: Bethel, Jericho, and Jordan. Okay, in all of these places, there were companies of prophets. The company of prophets had information, intel, divine intel. People call it divine intelligence. The Lord had revealed to them that Elijah was going to be taken away that day, but they were in different towns or different cities. Gilgal, the place of rolling away; Bethel, the house of God; Jericho; and finally Jordan, where the crossing took place. So there are many projects that want to cross the Jordan, but different. This is why you don't just say, "Oh, you know what?" If God raises people, let me put it this way: if God raises people to pray in a particular location, is because there is already a file transfer. You know. Inspiration Health, you are correct. Uh, you should change your word there. Instead of saying my biggest gamble, say my biggest investment. It's not a gamble. I do not believe that ISO coins are gambles because the fundamentals are sound. You are looking at proper movement. You have all of the different facts and figures. You see what I mean? Everything is you can study empirical data. You know, we know how much Swift moves, and we know how much what that the ledger can, the XRP ledger, for example, can take some movement. Okay, from Swift. If that happens, if they take 10 trillion per day, what will that do? Or per month or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Out of the 1.2 quadrillion, if Swift takes 5%, if XRP takes 5%, do you know what that is? How will it impact? If you look at the XRP calculator, that will tell you the price. So there are things. This is like putting money on the table. It's like leaving money on the table. People already know what the figures and the facts are. What I meant is that Wiki Cat coin is a very good coin. We haven't, yeah, okay. Ogun Naira Films right now in Nigeria. Extra large coffee for tomorrow to start your week. Tommy, you're so kind. Oh God. Thank you so much. I actually like to make it at home sometimes, but then this also helps me when I go out. I appreciate it. Tommy. Oh God. Yes, your research, Bitcoin has to go up. But my research have an addition to Bitcoin. This is the first time in the history of crypto when the governments of the world are looking for an alternative to pay their debt. They've wasted money and spent the money of the next two generations in COVID. So they need a way to pay down the debt of the world. Not only that, a new system is replacing the old system. Okay, so based on my own research, I'm gonna tell you this, that some coins will decouple from Bitcoin. Decoupling means they will no longer follow Bitcoin, and those coins are the ISO 222 coins. Okay, that's what my own research has shown me. So there's manipulation. And I wish you all the best too. Come and learn. Thank you very much for your contribution. Nothing stays the same forever. Bitcoin ruled for since 2013 or 2012 or whatever. Now that cycle will continue, but a new set of coins are coming in. Those new set of coins, they're already here. There's 9 of them. XPR is the one that joined in 2023, but most people don't know about it. I put a video out on XPR and I put a free PDF there. You can download the free PDF on XPR as an ISO coin. They are going to decouple. So come and learn. I learn from you. You can learn from me too. Iron sharpens iron. Nobody knows everything. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. All right. So my own research is in the path of the ISO coins, and like somebody here said, is one of the is very stable. Yeah. Yes, you see, crypto is the way forward for sending money. But let's not even talk about sending money with Gunara films. Do you know that in Nigeria, for example, they have tested electronium for paying electricity bills? And they're going to use Wiki Cat for buying furniture, for paying house rent, all these things. It's going to happen. So utility is going to come big time, because you remember the cost. Look at Penny Wallet. If I have a Penny Wallet and you are paying your rent to me on Penny Wallet, how much am I going to pay? It's not 49 a year or lush. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So Ogunara film sending money is also, many Nigerians now send money to Africa through XRP, through Bitcoin, through different cryptos, and it's fast and it's cheap. In fact, the most expensive is Bitcoin. Oh, thank you so much, Sharon Kubonia. I'm so blessed. I hope people are subscribing to my channel because of you. Sharon, send me an email. Did you download my book, Sharon? Did you buy my book? Which video was that you shared? Sharon Kubonia. I like the name. Super chats are welcome. Where is Daniel today? I'm going to stay on here for the next hour, so I hope that some people come in. We can have a good conversation. So, Gunara Films, you understand what I was saying, that there are other use cases that are going to come up. If I'm your tenant in Nigeria, or I have Airbnb, let's assume you're in London, you have Airbnb in Nigeria. People can pay through Penny Wallet. Once they pay, then you release the code for the door. You can install a door code that goes by Wi-Fi, by blockchain. All these things are going to be in action. You see what I'm saying? You can be in London and you are controlling. You have through blockchain. You can have a camera that sees everything, who is going, who is coming out. If anybody passes through, you have this direct accelerated graph system that counts the people going and coming. If you have a hotel, because you can build something in Africa, you can even now tokenize that asset so that people can invest in it, and through that investment, you raise money to build another one. So blockchain is really, really changing the dynamics. One of our channel members sent me something, Pripco in Dubai. If you are not a Dubai citizen, a Emirati, you can invest in their tokenized tokenized real estate. But there's a limited part where you can, the Emiratis can invest, and then if you are a foreigner, you can still invest. Short Rambo. Praise Jesus, yes. So Ogunara Films, yeah, I think we're in agreement on that. Inspirational health, yes. Okay, good. Did you do some study on it? Inspiration health. Like if you really, really research the project, you can also download my free PDF that I put together on it, but you can get all that information too by researching yourself. I just wanted to kind of help people not to have to travel too far. Few miles and you get all the info. Where is everybody? Please like the video, like the video, like the video. Tommy, are you still here? Ask me any question, guys. Any question at all. Oh, you put 20 bucks, NYP Universe. You put 20 bucks in Wiki Cat. Now it's 159. Exactly. Do you know if it loses 3 zeros now, you know what is going to happen to your $159? Just think about it and you see. I'm telling you. Each zero you multiply by 10. Am I correct? I agree, yeah. You say I'm a smart man. I'm still here. A smart man likes to listen. Oh, God, yeah. Depend on when you are. I'm in Canada, and the government here is they don't like crypto, but they are investing in crypto. They don't just want it for you. They don't want it for the common man. The big politicians are investing in crypto. You think they are not? They are. That's why there's always a company they put aside that can be doing things. Then they say, everybody, you cannot get registered, this and that. They just make noise. What did you say about time? Sierra Roster. I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question. Inspiration Health, I told you, it's not a gamble. I'm telling you, but Ogunara Films, do you think it's possible? You remember Shiba Inu, I told you in one of my videos, go to my playlist, click on Shiba Inu, you see the video. I said that they are going to burn half of the supply manually because they are no longer just an ordinary meme coin. They are in top 20. They've been accepted by HSBC Bank for transaction, and there are at least 10 to 20 stores, global stores, where you can use your Shiba Inu to buy things, including car dealership. So it's no longer there is utility with Shiba Inu. The community have done amazing. Yes, I mean, yeah, the prophet spoke, but like I said, yeah, the prophet will speak, I believe it, but then I go and research to get more information, because once there's a prophecy, it means that God is giving us opportunity to war a good warfare. We need our facts. We need to build up. No, I've not looked into it, God's hammer. I'm very careful with the XRP staking. Anything XRP staking, this and that, until regulation clears, I am not going to do it, because look, one XRP you lose is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Tommy, I honestly do not know until, remember, the level of litigation in America is too high for any institutional investor, for any institutional investor to run and go and jump on XRP. Let me clarify something to you. Have you noticed that the biggest investments on the XRP ledger right now, for example, Dubai tokenization of 16.8 billion, they are coming from outside America? Doesn't that tell you something? The one of the Ibn Sauds, okay, the royal family, member of the royal family, a prince of Saudi Arabia, put down $135 billion, a shorty. So it's like saying, I am stockpiling this in XRP with the belief that this thing is going to go up on the New York Stock Exchange. They are doing all these things, but your everyday normal American is not yet investing the way it should, because everybody's waiting for regulation. Everybody's waiting for the news that the case is now finished, it's over. So, in my opinion, those two things are necessary. The Genius Bill has to be passed, the stablecoin bill, as well as the uh, funny enough, on June 16th, Tommy, I'm talking to you. Okay, my eyes are on you. Is when we are expecting to hear from Judge Annalisa Torres. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I could be wrong with my information. So, if that is the case, how come? Isn't it funny? That's why I was saying yesterday that it all appears choreographed. How come at the same week you are going to hear about Judge Torres's final decision on this case is also when we are going to hear that the stablecoin bill is passed? Nico Bester, how are you doing? God bless you. I hope you're well. Do you see? So my personal thought is, I don't know if we will see an immediate explosion in price just because your average, your run of the mill, whatever, financial, non-banking financial and banking, whatever, are not going to jump on something that is not clear as far as regulation is concerned, even if it's one day or 2 days. Because remember, one day in the market is a lot of money. So they're going to pour 2 trillion into it. Or how many are they going to do? They're going to tokenize. What are they going to do? When they do it, some fellow somewhere will say, well, we're going to sue because you risked our investments, and look at where we are now. And that case gets into court. Companies, organizations don't like spending money in court. First of all, it's bad publicity. Secondly, it just creates a mess. And then money is wasted. Shareholders don't like to see that. So everybody's going to just sit in the cooler until there's clear regulation and there's clear court. The court case is cleared, and they will not clear the court case until they are sure the stable coin bill is passed and the way is clear. Remember, a while back, the Office of the Comptroller of Currency had already been given a green light. They had already given green light to the banks to actually invest in stable coins, to work with stable coins. The rails have all been laid. It's like electricity in the house. The wires have all been put in place. So this is just my opinion, Tommy, and any other person wondering about this. I think we're going to see price appreciation, but I won't be surprised if we don't see any. And if we do see any, it'll be a FOMO thing from news. People anticipating something. And if Judge Torres says, well, we're going to give my decision in December, everybody will say, oh, and people are just going to abandon the coin and get out, which is what some of the elite want. Yes, inspirational hell. Go and look at the purchase of Metallicus buying over Bonify. That will tell you everything you need to know. Now, I don't know what kind of appreciation we will see for XPR, but last year in my own books, I saw a 9x. Now, most people recorded it as a 5x because of, for example, just looking at last year, it was a 5x. But from when I entered in, it was a 9x. And it was just a small amount of money. I think it was like maybe $200 or less. No, sorry, not up to. Not up to. The Major S, the way it will move. See, this thing about flipping of the switch is 100% correct. Let me tell you something. If you have a dark house, you come into this door here is the door into my family room area or living room, sorry. If you come in and it's all dark, say around 8 p.m., it's evening, it's night, or 10 p.m., whatever, and you switch on the light, what happens? The entire room gets flooded with light. It changes completely from a dark room into a bright room. You can see everything. If you move around without putting on the light, you are going to stub your toe. You're going to trip over shoes. You're going to. Now, even in your own house that you have to put on the light to see through everything, right? Have you ever walked from the washroom back into your bedroom if you have a ensuite and the lights are off? You are careful. You don't just say, "Oh, it's my room. I know what to do." I just start walking anyhow. You take your time. That's how it is right now. The switch, the day it is flipped, XRP will go from its current price, whatever price it is. In fact, the revelation I have that I've shared in one of my videos is that this thing shot high. So like it will shoot like, let me give you an example. It will go from like $2.50 to $250. That's 100x. I believe that there's a capacity for XRP to go from its present price to 100x because of what I have studied and researched about that asset. This is not following Bitcoin. This is decoupling and doing its own thing based on what it's designed to do. If you are new to crypto, please download my book. It'll help you. If this is your first time, it's like, oh, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency, this and that. Go ahead, download it. $18.99. It'll do you good. Thank you so much, Sharon Kubonya. No problem. You don't have to buy it. I'm just, I just want you to know that that is there. And if you are new to crypto, it'll help you get that kind of understanding that is needed for people to move forward. Yeah, you can invest in Fartcoin. It went 53 times, 53x, but it's a meme coin, right? What is it going to do? So make the money and then put the money into coins that are going to be long term, your forever coins. Major X retired exactly like 2017. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that that will happen. I'm saying, but that is the kind of understanding that I've been given. It has the capacity for 100x. Will it do it right away? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anybody that tells you they know exactly what's going to happen, even the insiders, I don't even think that the developers, the people behind this, I don't think they know. Yeah, thank you, Jizzle, for Electronium. God bless you. You always want me to do Electronium. I can only do what I can, man. Which of the which platform are they going to? I saw they had some very good news on their on their X X account. Yeah, all of these things. Just this, all of this information. People who are investors who don't know much, they don't care about it. What they just want is that they want their price to go up. So thank you for the information. Yeah, new validator system. It's an Australian exchange on Tuesday. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. What do you think of the companies developers that started all of this? Why wouldn't they stay with traditional markets and IPO? Which one do you mean, David S? What do you mean? Think of the companies developers. Because your question is actually obvious because it's not traditional finance. It's not traditional finance. Crypto is meant to disrupt the traditional finance system, which has been abused and manipulated for years and years and years. So they're not going to stay with none of the cryptos are. Even Bitcoin is not following traditional whatever. Remember, Jamie Dimon said that crypto is a pet rock. Now they're investing in it. Now they are buying it. Right? So isn't that interesting? Thank you, Tommy. You should have made him buy his own copy. Ripple Circle, yeah. So again, they're not. The idea is not to actually be beholden to traditional markets. The idea is to create a completely new, to disrupt. It's a disruptor. Crypto cryptography for finance is a disruptor, major disruptor. Spread the word, Tommy. Okay, I have another 20 something minutes, 24 minutes, and I'm off of here. Hey, Johnny Mata, my good man. What's up? I'm here just, it's a Sunday. I was in church. We had a very good event today. It was wonderful. Came out of I'm actually tired because I was at a pastor's retreat over the weekend. Came Sunday morning, drove into the city, woke up very early when my wife went to church. We had a guest who was, yeah, the World Vision regional guy for this part of our country. And yeah, it was good. So besides that, what's up with you? What are you doing at the gym? Shooting hoops? Johnny Mata, how old are you, by the way? Like, what are you doing in the gym? I like that. I like the sound of that. That's good. I know. I know. Well, it's our prayer and our expectation, right, Ogunaira? Don't skip leg day. Just real. Don't skip leg day. No, we're not skipping leg day, man. Oh, you're young. You're young. Abe Adamove, long time. How you doing, buddy? God bless you. Thank you for joining this chat today or this live. Exactly. Rest in peace. Will fix. I went on two channels and I kind of wrote, you know, yes, Will Fix was a great dude, man. We really, really, really enjoyed his channel. Thank you so much, Abe. Thank you so much. How are you doing, by the way? My favorite podcast? I don't know. Do you mean like YouTube channels or? I know, man. Maybe I. You know what? I'm gonna put a comment on Will Fix because that guy he was a cool dude. I don't know what happened to him, what the problem was, but he was really awesome. Guy. I felt bad when I heard about it. He's just that kind of person where I'm gonna put also. Thank you for reminding me about Will Fix. I saw it when is it Momentum Crypto? What's his something crypto? The guy who he does a lot of he's done some videos collaborations with Will Fix. I was really really moved when I saw it. I said, "Oh my goodness!" That's the same thing also that happened with Lou, eh? Lou versus Wall Street. Kind of Lou really did a lot of good videos on XRP. I mean, those Lou was always swearing and all that, but I went there for the information, not for the swear. Will Fix passed on Thursday. He died. He went to heaven. Yes, exactly. Maximus 24-minute video. I was watching it earlier before I came on live. Yeah. So I wasn't sure whether to kind of do a short video, but I wasn't that close to Will Fix, but I really enjoyed his stuff, right? So very amazing guy. Like in a very short while, I know when Will Fix started his channel, and he himself was shocked at how the way the channel grew. Oh, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, David S. Yeah, usually. I know, I know, I know. Yeah. For some days there, he wasn't really on the channel. I heard that he had an infection or something like that. Somebody was explaining what really happened. Another YouTuber had a 2-3 minute video on Will Fix, but Maximus Crypto did a great video on him. What do you mean? What do you want to download? Go to my descriptions. Just go to the description where it says more. Description of the video. You will see all of the free stuff to download and the book for sale there too. Yeah. Yes, I did. I think it's great. They restrict the journey. They restricted some of it to there's a portion of it where you can only do if you're an Emirati. Then if you're a foreigner, then yeah. I said go to my description. Victor, you're asking the same question over and over. I told you, I said go to the description. Just go to the description. The book is not free, but the PDF is free. You can download the PDF. I know, very sad for Will Fix. Oh yeah, if you're in that country, if you're not a citizen, you can't buy a property. And if you start a business, you have to have, I think 51% or 49% has to be Emirati. You have to have Emiratis on your board. They will never let you do things. And you can't buy a property. And then the same with Kuwait, So my thoughts on AI. AI is AI. It's AI. I say to people all the time, in my own opinion, AI is regurgitated information. It's what they've done is by the speed of ability of the speed of quantum computers, they can retrieve any information in only a few seconds. It's a marvelous thing they've done. However, when people talk about AI going sentient, I think it's all demonic conjuring. Remember, people who are in the demonic arts, dark arts, they can bring up, excuse me, they can bring up demons. And there's a lot of knowledge now, alien technology, which people who are in the dark practices and magical arts, they are really exploring. Rather than following Christ, God through Christ, they are exploring rubbish. Yes, CERN in Switzerland. I don't just want to mention those names here on here. Oh, your friend is from there. Okay. But are you American, Johnny Matter? I'm just curious. ZBCN, what? I just get the same vibes with XCN on ZBCN. I think that all of these projects, you see, people sometimes they have a large following, right? And they just say, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. So, my thoughts on it is that it's a good project based on what I've researched, but the price pumping is news and FOMO, and it pumps and pumps so hard. Excuse me. Then it dumps and comes to its actual. I'm gonna have to take a nap because I have a board meeting tonight. An AGM tonight. Uh huh. You're Mexican, okay? Johnny Matter. Kevin Lips. The universe works on quantum scale. You love a good taco. All right. Thank you so much, David. It's good to have you on here. At the end of the day, look, people. Know Jesus Christ. No knowledge can save you from yourself. You need a save. We all need a savior. Christ came to save us from our sins. And it is sinfulness and, of course, the love of money and power and greed that makes people do all these things. I have a few more minutes to go. I need to take some time off. So I'm gonna go. God bless you, Juju. Take care. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate your joining. So let's see what Electroneum. Electroneum is going to be the big surprise, right? One of the big surprises to just come from nowhere and go way up there. People are going to be shocked. Oh, thank you, Johnny Mada. Yeah. Do you know about it? Do you know about Wiki Cat? Yeah, it's not getting the traction that I thought it will, but because I kind of talked about Shiba Inu there. But let's see what happens, though. Let's see what happens. See, I'm tired. I'm gonna go rest. It was a busy week, and then a busy weekend, and now we're in a new week. So I'm sure I'll be able to take some time to relax this week. But I'll do it live on Wiki Cat. Yes, look into it. What you do is you go on CoinMarketCap, then click on the white paper. I want you to read the white paper, Tommy. Come back and tell me what you think. Yeah, it's been stable, but that's a project under the radar, Ogunara. It's under the radar. But what I like about it is that you can easily get 1 million electroniums. Let's see. What's the price today? Electronium price. Electronium price. Okay, so electronium is today at 0.001775. Yeah, so that's not a bad move, but it even went up to 0.0018. Wow, that's okay. So at I mean 1 million electronium will cost you 0.001775. 175. That is 1775 US. Just a little over $2,000 will give you 1 million, and you can imagine electronium at 35 cents. That's $350,000 that you would have received. Yeah, Kevin Lip, thank you for that good advice. 2 million will be 1,000, but there are some cryptos though that you can hold for a long term, depending on the fundamentals and what you see. You could have your target and say, okay, I'm not going to get out until I get to such and such. Cardano price prediction, and some people don't have much, right? So some people was like, okay, I don't want a $200 profit, I want 20,000 profit. So it all depends. Uniswap, what is the Uniswap liquidity? How is their liquidity? Now, if a particular crypto does not retrace, if you have a crypto that does not retrace, that's why I advocate a trading bag. In my book, I talk about the having 3 bags. You call the first one a trading bag, the second one a long-term bag, and the third one a forever bag. So with your trading bag now, you can always do, and it doesn't have to be a small bag. So say you have 1,000 units, right, of a crypto, and it's worth $1,000. So it goes up by say $1. That's now $2. But because you have a trading bag, and the trading bag is say 300 units, that's 30% of the entire bag. So you have a sub bag. So the trading bag, you now use that for your trading. By doing so, you protect yourself from a situation where there is no retrace. Because if a coin begins to go up in a bull run environment, there may be no retrace enough for you to quickly, because some people have actually used swing trading to really, really double or even quadruple their bags. Some of the swings is crazy. Yeah. Well, like I said, that's your strategy. You can't force people to do what they don't want to do, right? That's why I said Some people have 2 bags or 3 bags. They say, this bag, I'm not touching it. But you see this bag, it's enough for me. It's half of my bag I sell. What's his name? This guy, Economic Ninja. He said he never sold all his bags, XRP bags. What he did was that he traded his bag and he was able to increase his bag, kept increasing his bag, trading it, and he's been in it for a long time. Yeah. You can do that because sometimes you run out of powder, right? Dry powder. There's no dry powder. Johnny Mara, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Exactly, Kevin Lips. Yes, you want to, because sometimes venture capitalists will fund something, and then they will just use it to make money, and people will just sit down there and be sitting ducks. I agree, and that's one of the reasons why there's a little bit of concern with what's it called, with Wiki Cat, because no, sorry, not Wiki Cat. What's that crypto called? The Zebek, because people were complaining about some of the founders that they had some issues before. You're right. You're correct. Everybody thinks that their project is the best. You know that, right, Kevin? Everybody thinks they are smarter than the next person down the line. Everybody, it's like driving a Ford and you think your Ford is better than a GM. So what you are saying is good for those projects. Like I don't hold Casper, but I hold um what's it called? Constellation, right? It's also a direct acyclic graph project. So most people, you see some people who come into a chat, oh, you don't know, you got to get this, you got to get, and they make a very solid argument for their projects. But I think that many of the coins, many of the projects that people have invested in will do very well. And yeah, it's just a question of time and see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm about to get off on here. Thank you guys for your coming on and chatting. Will Fix is gone. He's no longer with us. We enjoyed his time sharing with us. Let's stay healthy, trust God, pray, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. God bless you all.